All right, boys, you ready? It is that time of the week where we do Chalk Talk. Now, if you're new here, anybody that's here in the chat, if this is your first time tuning into Chalk Talk, appreciate you guys hopping aboard here. If the stream goes down, it's because AI triggered copyright. However, we're allowed to use it, so the stream will come back up, but we will have this video in its entirety later on, probably within an hour after this show is over. So you'll have it to go back and watch. You can also go to the playlist on our YouTube channel. And every single game that's been played by the Packers this year, we've done a Chalk Talk segment. So I think we got 14 plays today, gentlemen. This was a fun one to break down. I ain't going to lie. Can you guys see everything on the screen okay? Does everything look good? Yeah. All right. So let's jump into it. Again, just quick little stats. Obviously, the Packers traveled to Pittsburgh for week 8. They end up coming out with the dub 35-25. They were 3-point favorites last time I seen the line. So they obviously covered that spread by 7 points. Pittsburgh wins the middle 8, 7-0. Green Bay ends up winning the turnover battle 1-0. Now, yes, it's awesome that Edgerrin Cooper poked that ball out and created the fumble, right? And that was the only turnover of the game. That's absolutely huge. However, I just love the fact it seems like every week we're protecting the football a little bit better, right? Yep. And that's going to be huge down the stretch. So those are the key statistics. We're going to lead this thing off. First quarter, 11:52 left in the first quarter. It's 0-0. This is a 3rd and 3 play. This is a negative. We're going to start off with a negative, okay? And I just want to point this out because, again, man, I know we won the game. We won it handily. But we can also, I love to go back, remove the emotion, watch the tape, and go, okay, what actually happened on this negative play for the Packers, right? It's important to understand what happened and why did it happen. So this is first quarter, 11:52 left, a 3rd and 3 play from their own 27-yard line. This is Rodgers hitting Wilson for 45 yards. This was on Keyshawn Nixon's play we were talking about, right?
Yep.
So, and you guys listen, if I make a mistake on this, call it out in the chat. Emilio, Tim, same thing. Last week, Emilio called out a Tampa 2 that I missed. Call it out. The goal isn't for me to look like I'm smart here. We know the accent ruins that whole damn spiel, all right? The goal here is for us to learn together and kind of understand exactly what happened. So the call, nickel 4-2-5, 33 spur, all right? So nickel 4-2-5 is real simple. You got 4 down linemen, and you got 2 stack backers. What's 33 spur? 33 spur means the safety that's in the box is number 33. Okay, that's Evan Williams. So it's 33 spur. Nickel 4-2-5, cover 3, or 33 spur, cover 1 hole. Okay, and the hole linebacker is going to be our boy Quay. Some people may call this a rat coverage because he doesn't really sit directly into the hole. It's almost like he fades out here and plays a little leverage outside. Okay, so you're going to have a deep center field play there from Xavier McKinney. You got Quay who's going to be playing that hole. Everyone else across the board is man. Okay, you'll notice it's man coverage, right? Man coverage across the board. So it's cover 1 man, 1 deep safety, middle field close. Now, the reason this is a really extremely negative play for Keyshawn, you're supposed to play outside leverage. Yep. And this reminded me of the play in Dallas where he just kind of stopped on the play. It's not that Keyshawn's lazy. It's just kind of a little bit of a lack of awareness, like, oh, the play's still going on. Oh, crap, I didn't cover that correctly, right? We're going to run a TE at the top as well, okay? With a TE, it's real simple. First letter is the tackle, the T for tackle. He's going to go first and clear this out, and then Parsons is going to loop around, okay? That's the pressure you're trying to get. These guys are just a straight rush here, okay? So that's what the TE is. This right here is the TE aspect, TE right at the top of the screen. Let's roll the tape. And again, you guys know how I feel about man coverage. Every single week when we give up an explosive, it seems like it's almost always, damn, man coverage. There it is, right? But let's watch the tape. Again, keying at the bottom here with Keyshawn Nixon's matchup. I'm pretty sure that's him right there. So ball snap, Rodgers back. Protection holds up pretty good. He rolls right. Right there's the problem, right? You see Key just kind of have a lapse. And I love – this is a veteran play by Aaron, right? The fact that he puts this thing only where his receiver can get it. And, at worst, it's going to be a one-on-one battle and it gets smacked out of bounds, right? But Keyshawn, with the lapse of judgment here, watch him, guys. You got to finish. This is man coverage. You got to keep your eyes on your work. See how he keeps taking his eyes off his work there?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, and you got to know you only got 1 safety back there. And, even if it is X, at the end of the day, it's 1 man trying to get over there to help you. So you've got to finish these plays. Absolutely.
And he's playing in center field too, right, Emilio?
Right,
So,
yeah. And kind of shading to Metcalf's side, right? So you really, you're asking X to cover 45 yards easy coming across there. Rodgers can get the ball there faster than that. So Yeah,
you got to know you're on an island, right?
Right. Yeah,
you're playing middle field close. You got to know you're on an island.
And I think he didn't get a hand on him, Tim. I think that's what kind of shook him because Carrington at the top of the screen, he got a paw on DK and at least kind of bumped him off his route a little. He got pretty much a free release off the edge and was just running with him hip to hip. But when you turn your head and you're not on that hip to hip contact anymore, it's over.
Yeah, and the difference.
Go back pre-snap there. Let's take a look pre-snap where he's lined up because he's not pressed, right?
He's sitting close. I just don't think he got a paw on him. Like Carrington at the top punched, and Keyshawn just didn't get a hand on him. And I think that's kind of what.
This is what I think your guy. I think the call was press man here because they're going to have McKinney playing that hash and giving
over
a little
the top.
It's almost like that bracket coverage. Down
mirror
here
match.
is what you call mirror match, right? So you're just you're giving the appearance you may make contact, but really, and you may even just get a little hand on him, but you're looking to mirror his every move. You're going to get in his hip pocket, and you're going to try to. You're supposed to play outside leverage. However, it makes sense why he's playing him more squared up because he knows McKinney's going to be bracketing a little bit over the top there with DK.
And he forced the pass outside. Yeah, I mean, he just got turned around. That was it.
Now, let me give you the example of what if this was zone coverage. If this was a cover 3 look. Over the top technique, right? They may convert somewhere else, but I'll tell you what doesn't happen, a 46-yard gain down the sideline, right? So that's the difference when you're playing a cover 3 defense underneath or, over the top. That's the difference between, an explosive of 46 yards or 49, however many, what was it, 45 yards, and maybe a 12-yard gain, right? So again, that's how I see defense is make them use every inch of the field. I would much rather them have a 12-yard game for a first down than a 46-yard game. Come back, reset. You try to sugar in some cover 6, some cover 9, some cover 7, and get them really thinking they're more likely to make a mistake or hesitate, which you see later in the game. I want to say 3, if not all 3 sacks, definitely 2 of the 3 sacks came on zone coverage. That's not a coincidence, right? Because you're making the quarterback think. One of them was on cover 6, I believe. So, again, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this play. I know it's a negative play, and we, beat the crap out of the Steelers essentially. But I think it's important to understand here's what's going on with this particular explosive play. It was cover 1 man for sure. So
super wide look too on that up front there. Always love when we run that. Put the center in a bind.
Yeah. And Aaron Rodgers, GOAT as he may be, is not the only quarterback in the NFL that'll light your ass up when you get caught like this, right? We play upper echelon talent. They're going to see this and they're going to exploit it for sure.
Definitely. So here's this next play here is a good example. Let's fast forward. First quarter, 9:24 left, still 0-0. This is a 3rd and 15 play at Green Bay's 33-yard line. This is the Rashawn Gary sack. Okay. Now, notice 3rd and 15. Look at the play call. We're going nickel 3-3-5 cheetah, joker 1 Will Sugar, cover 6 match. All right. You got the 4 at the top. Let's explain what all this is.
Look at Micah hiding right behind our boy right there in the middle. I love it.
Right. So there's your 3 defensive linemen, right? And again, some people would say Gary's playing linebacker, he's playing edge. That I count it as a defensive lineman. Okay. So there's your 3, right? And then you got your 3 backers. Notice how they're actually mugging on the line of scrimmage here too. That's that Will Sugar that you see written right here. Will Sugar is your will backer right here with Edgerrin Cooper is showing pressure, right? In all honesty, though, what he's looking to do is match the 2 here. That's all he's looking to do, okay? So with that being said, cover 6, what's that mean? Half the field's cover 4, the other half is cover 2. What does match mean? If and then. Typically, it means mod. It means man on deep or man on demand, meaning if one of these any of these receivers, once they get 7 to 10 yards upfield, it now becomes man coverage, okay? So you got zone principles. However, once they go vert, you latch on and it becomes man on down the field. It makes the quarterback really, really think 2 or 3 times on one particular play, especially pre-snap. So again, deep quarter with match principles, deep half over the DK Metcalf side, right? So that's the call, nickel 3-3-5. Now, what's cheetah mean? Cheetah's real simple. What you've got is 1 defensive tackle, okay? And then you've got 3 pass rushers rather than our normal nickel 4-2-5 where you got 2 big defensive tackles and 2 edge rushers. In this case, you've got 3 pass rushers. I'm pretty sure this is Barron Sorrell. There's Micah. That's the Joker 1 aspect. He's playing what we call the Joker spot. Okay. His number's 1, so we say Joker 1. And of course, you got Gary on this side down here. So let's roll the tape. Now look at McKinney playing half. Everybody else has got quarters up top. You see it. Okay. Now watch the backer. Notice the backer is going to let him go. If he goes vert, guess what happens? This becomes man coverage, right? That's the match aspect. This is going to be match, right? So out here, you've got Bull who's looking to play curl flat if and when 88 goes out. Again, match coverage if and then. Now down here, you see he's already kind of matching up, but let's see if he falls off. So you see he's playing trail technique, right? So he's just kind of playing underneath. This guy latches on here. It's almost like this side of the field turns into man coverage, but you got that cover 6 look. I know people don't like those safeties playing deep, but I'm telling you, this is what makes Aaron hesitate. We talked forever. The thing he struggled with in Green Bay was 2-man under. This is the same type of thing with 2-man under. Instead of 2 guys deep with man coverage underneath, you've really got 3 guys deep, and you're playing the strong side of the formation where they have 2 and 3 targets over here. You're playing quarters on that side essentially. And then on DK's side, you're just kind of bracket covering DK on that side. He tried to run a little out and up. We've seen that on Chalk Talk. We've seen that on the game plan. We drew up a play where he ran that same out and up. Yep. Almost looks like a wheel route on the outside. So again, it's a sack. Let's roll it back pre-snap now that you know all that. And let's watch it all unfold here. So now that you see the Joker 1, you see they fire 4 here. It's just pretty much a straight rush. Okay. Aaron looks left. What do you think he's seeing here, guys? He's going, well, crap.
Yep.
This looks like quarters, right? So he's probably going to bring his eyes down and look for another option. Let's see where his stripe goes. Now he's looking right. Guess what he sees? Okay, I know DK is going to try to get up the sideline. Well, he's got a bracket safety over there on the 2 side, right? So there's the hesitation. Now you just got to win your spots. And look at Gary waiting in the wings. So Micah gets the pressure, flushes him out. Gary cleans it up. Beautiful sound.
2 things. I love that we ran the 3-3. So it's the empty tray chips pretty much with the tight end and the back on either side because they were talking all week about getting 4 hands on the pass rushers. Well, you forgot about Micah, right? You get them when they're 3-3. You're taking Barron Sorrell and using a tight end and a tackle on Barron Sorrell and a running back and a tackle on Rashawn. Then you leave a one-on-one, and the center has to make a decision. Am I going to stay and help on Micah the whole time, or do I need to fall back and help on Kobe Wooden? I just love that that Hafley kind of leaned into that, right, and just give Micah a different chance because you're asking, 3 dudes down on the line of scrimmage to be stopped by 6, and you get a looper. It worked out nicely.
Yeah. So Micah wins his battle here, and then look at Rashawn Gary. He's kind of off screen. It's hard to see. He beats the chip and then beats the tackle for the sack.
And maintains the edge the entire time. How many times have we talked about in previous seasons, getting out of your rush lane, not maintaining the edge, getting too much depth. Rashawn did exactly what he needed to do. Micah did what he needed to do. And lo and behold, we meet at the quarterback. I love it.
And Quay pushed him so deep on that. I love how far he carried that number 2 all the way up the field because that made Rodgers hesitate. It looked like a dig that he was going to be able to drill.
Right.
But Quay carried him and then bumped him off the route a little bit at the end there, made him work a little wide.
Great point, Emilio. I mean, if Quay misses that, Aaron's going to hammer that throw all day.
Layer that thing right over the top.
Yep.
Yeah, and the thing we've talked about with Quay forever, it's not about how good is this player. What's his PFF grade, right? What do the stats show? It's more about finding out what players do well and putting them in a position to do that. When Quay flips his hips and runs vertical or helps cover a dig like that, he's got the athleticism, he's got the height, he's got the coverage ability to take that stuff away. That's his superpower, in my opinion. If you were to say, how would you like to use both your stack backers in terms of Edgerrin Cooper and Quay Walker? I want Quay covering vertically. I want Edgerrin Cooper shopping underneath all day long. So, all right, next play. First quarter, 7:51 left. That led to a Pittsburgh field goal. So they're now up 3-0. This is 2nd and 7 from our own 36-yard line. And this is Jordan Love to Mr. Romeo Dobbs. The play call is 12 ace, dub nasty, U flex, U shift to H off left. All right. So you're going, okay, that ain't a play. You're right. That's the original formation. Check this out. This is Matt LaFleur in his damn bag here. So let's talk about what that means first. 12, right? 1 running back, 2 tight ends. The U is flexed up top. There's your U tight end, okay? What he's going to do is he's going to now shift to the H position, and it's going to be off left. So you're going with an offset I, right? So there's your H. You see your H in position. Well, look what Jordan does. Nobody went with him. So what's that tell Jordan, right? Probably some kind of zone defense. Could be man, but watch what he does here. All right, guys, we got with the information. Can. Now we're going to can to 21 I nasty, strong left, 23 fake, Y sift, strike, H flat. All right, so let's talk about what all that means. We go to the I now. Everybody gets the play call. So 21 I, let's just call it 21, even though we know that's a tight end. He is now a running back. Essentially, he's the H back in the back once he did shift to the offset I. So strong left just means the tight end is on the left side of the formation. The nasty, everybody's inside the numbers. This is that condensed split. You're keeping everything tight and making them play it outside in. And typically, you will work it inside out. In this case, you're going to see them hit the inside of this defense. So 23 fake is real simple. We're going to fake a running back. You've got even numbers to the right, odd numbers to the left, and you count it off. A gap is 1, 3 gap, or the B gap is a 3, okay? So it's going to be 23 fake. You're going to fake a B gap run here, all right? We're going to go Y sift. The Y is just simply going to sift over and help block right here, okay? And then strike is real simple. Deep on this side, it's going to be a go, and then opposite of the formation is going to be a dig coming underneath. That's called the strike concept. All right. So H flat is real simple. He's just going to kind of pop up here, block a little bit, and then get out in the flat and give you a safety valve. So again, it's they can, 21 I nasty, strong left, 23 fake, Y sift, strike, H flat. Look for Romeo. First of all, the play action throws this whole thing off for the defense, and they're just going to hammer Romeo on the dig. All right. So watch Matthew Golden is going to clear this thing out a little bit, right? There's the play fake. Look at that space, boys. I mean, that is butt naked through the trailer park right there, man. I could throw that.
I just caught the ball.
Yeah. You also had the running back leak out in the flat. I missed that, or in a swing pass. But Jordan just hammers him, and nice little gain there. What was it, a 24-yard gain?
Run that back one time. Who's number 6 on the backers? Queen? Or is it?
I think that's Queen.
Yeah. Watch it. He just gets all turned around. Oh, no. Oh, man. And Rome wide open. That's the thing about the late play action. Look how far back, 4 yards backfield. The top backer, Peyton Wilson, he gets sucked all the way down too. You can't be a line off the ball, a yard off the ball, and already have the dudes 5 yards down the field running routes.
Yeah. So what you're doing is he's got eyes in the backfield. Watch him fake. Now that Emilio pointed it out, watch this guy right here.
Okay, and Peyton above him, both of them climb right up.
Right here too, right? Watch them. Ball snap. Look at everybody getting caught. I feel like Peyton played it a little bit better. He stayed pretty square, but you see, Queen's got to get out here, man. If this is a stretch left play, and listen, cue up the circus music, because one of their other keys is 85. If he sifts, sometimes you might think, okay, it's a counter jab step, counter right. It could be that with a little Y lead. Instead, now he's out of place. He's putting eyes on guess who? The speed of Matthew Golden, right? He's like, oh crap, and then he gets back and goes, oh no. There it is. First down, 24 yards. Jordan Love to Romeo Doubs. Let's watch the protection set up here real nice as well. Again, this was a 2nd and 7 play. Watch the backers, guys. Watch them completely get sold on this. So he cheats out. He knows he's got to get that outside gap. It's over. It's already over. He already won the rep.
First of all, great ball by Jordan in rhythm to allow Rome to make a hands catch, protect himself, and turn up field for a handful of yak after the completion. I love it.
Yeah, it comes out a split second later. It's a hospital ball, right, Tim?
That's right. That's right.
Great
play fake. Again, we can't understate Jordan Love's play fake.
Yeah.
Really sells it there.
And the O-line getting down, making it look like a zone left run. Everybody's getting to the side. And I love that Fitzpatrick's been getting better, getting more reps. He's now that H-back, so we can actually have Tucker Kraft in line. We don't have to use Tucker Kraft as that little H-back shift motion. Okay, because, he pops out into the flat here, fake sift on TJ. Oh, my, is that TJ Watt dropping into coverage? Uh-oh, Clay.
I see. I wasn't going to say anything.
Fire Joe Barry.
Joe Barry. What idiot would have TJ Watt dropping into coverage?
He's dropping into coverage to cover Fitzpatrick. Come on now.
All right, so there you go. Beautiful throw and catch there from Jordan Love to one of his favorite targets, obviously, in Romeo Doubs. All right, fast forward now. First quarter, 5:05 left. Pittsburgh still leads 3-0. 1st and 10 at Pittsburgh's 16-yard line. This is the Tucker Kraft touchdown catch, which is going to lead to a
beautiful.
7-3 lead. The play call is 12 gun, dubs left, U shift to Trey right, RPO 23, U flat. Love this play.
Bro, who's that up next to Scoot there? Is that my boy Malik Heath?
I think it might be. I can't tell.
Did they forget about Malik Heath?
So
look at this.
This play right here is so cheese in college football.
Oh,
though it's usually the RPO Y flat, but then in this case it's the U. We're gonna call this guy the Y, which makes Tucker the U.
Okay,
and again, this is Matt LaFleur putting Tucker in the U instead of the Y. And I guarantee you, they looked at the tape all week and said, "Damn, Tucker going to be the Y the whole time when they're in 12 personnel." Wrong, right? So watch what happens when he brings him over. This is that leverage I'm talking about. Look at the cheat leverage you have.
Forget about him.
You've already won outside, right? Because everybody's late to their spot. Now, let's talk about what the RPO is. With the RPO, you can put the ball in the belly of the running back, and this is your read over here, right? You're looking for a hat count on this side of the field, essentially, is what you're looking. He knows if this is the guy that's supposed to cover Tucker and he hits him in stride, in motion out here on the flat, there's no way he's going to catch him, right? He knows that. So, again, with the 23 aspect, it's not A gap, it's probably B gap here. So, Jordan has the option to hand this ball off in the B gap here and run it. Why would you do that? Look at all these bodies over here, right? They're keyed in on this run. And again, why did Josh Jacobs struggle to run the ball, but Emmanuel Wilson had success? When Josh Jacobs was in, this is what they were doing. They were keying in on the run all day long. So now you look and you say, okay, 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, Tucker's going to be able to beat this guy. You got a +1 hat count. Let's fire that thing out into the U flat. So again, 12 gun, dubs left, U shift to Trey right, RPO 23, U flat. Watch how quick Jordan gets this out, boys. He didn't even really put the ball in the belly of Josh Jacobs. You watch it on the box cam, the ball actually hits Josh Jacobs. Jordan couldn't get it out there quick enough. So now look at what Jordan's reading. This guy's driving upfield. He's not driving flat, right? So just kick that thing out there as quick as you can. Beautiful. By the way, look at the arm angle, Tim. Watch the arm angle on this. Watch TJ's going to get his hands up and look at the arm angle. Just a little side arm.
And you talk about Jordan couldn't get it out quick enough. I mean, again, this is what we talk about pre-snap read, post-snap read, right? Like, you can't tell me he didn't see this pre-snap. And then, the ability to just dodge that hand of TJ Watt right there with a little slight change of the delivery. And you hit it in time. And again, Malik Heath blocking like a dog.
I was going to say, Malik Heath out there walking them out.
Dude, looking at that leverage right there, dude is 12 yards off of Malik Heath. And the fact that nobody shifted when Tucker came in motion, Jordan must have been licking his chops. I mean, his tongue was already wagging. Like, this is an easy 7 points right here. Nobody moves. Everybody, you got 5 on the line, 2 backers crashed in, the safeties walked down. The only one deep's the corner. And then you got the other safety in the corner pressing up on Christian. I like Christian blocking. I like Malik blocking. And you put the ball on the ear of your, top 3 player on offense.
You've won the hat count before the ball's even snapped.
Bingo. And again, that has nothing to do with Jordan Love. That has nothing to do with Tucker Kraft. That has to do with the head coach that's now the 12th winningest coach in NFL history. That
put some spec on Tupac LaFleur's name.
This guy couldn't steam anything up. It's just unbelievable.
Because that Clay on that U flat, most of the time they're going to be running it from the left side. So Tucker would be running the flat from the left side, having to cross the entire back side of the offensive line. Let's already get him over across all that traffic. Let's get him open into the flat.
Yeah, and LaFleur knows that Mike Tomlin knows that when you're sidecar right, I think the number is 87% of the time the ball is going opposite side if you run it. So that's why he's got everything overloaded to this side. So.
And maybe last year Jordan hands that ball off.
Yeah. Now imagine
progression now, like what he's seeing pre-snap. Like he was all over this.
Imagine this. Imagine if pre-snap, and I guarantee you this is baked into the play. Imagine if pre-snap, when Tucker goes over here, right? Imagine if this whole line shifts in this direction. Guess what happens? You hand the ball off to Josh Jacobs because you got the hat count here now, right? So just a beautiful play. We'll let it roll here. Again, love the side arm throw there, dropping the arm angle, as AFAM said in the chat. Just a beautiful play. And Tucker's not going to be denied. This camera view is awesome right here, too, man. Love it.
Held up 2 dudes. Held up TJ and 55, Peyton Wilson, on the one play fake.
And keep in mind, the offensive line, they're not selling. They think they're run blocking. They got to be prepared to run block. That's a beautiful thing of an RPO.
That's the beauty of the scheme, right?
Right.
What they don't know won't hurt them, right?
Exactly. Just make sure you don't get 1 yard past the line of scrimmage too fast. That's the only thing. So everybody slants down, right? You kind of you're creating holes as you're working laterally to give Jordan time to pop that out there if he wants to go to the U. If we back it up a touch, watch what I was talking about with the ball. Jordan knew immediately where he wanted to go with the ball. Look, Josh Jacobs kind of hits him in the chest.
Josh almost stripped that one from him there.
Right. So it's like, crap, let's get it out here. TJ Watt he was all over it too. And Malik Heath, man. Look at Christian too, as Coach Lynn said in the chat. Christian Watson really helped block.
For sure. We know they can block.
Yeah.
The thing too is that on the other look too, you see Malik selling the route a little bit, giving himself time, to make himself look like he's a receiver.
Little stock block. Love it.
Yeah. Watch him get out here. He's patient, looking back, patient. All right, let's go.
Look for work, right?
Square up and get on them. Yep.
Was that Porter Jr. he hit? Who is that? Who's 2-1?
I think so. I think it was. Or no, Darius Slay, right?
Slay. Wow. Malik Heath, you absolute dog. I love it.
Beautiful play call, man. Beautiful execution, everything, man. And things weren't perfect there, right? We seen Josh Jacobs kind of hit Jordan. Jordan's just cool as a cucumber, man. Beautiful play. All right. Let's go now to – let me give you guys an update of what happened in between because we're going all the way from the first quarter to the third quarter where all the action happens, okay? Green Bay missed a 57-yard field goal. Fire Rich Bisaccia. I'm joking, by the way, if you're new here. That's me trolling people. So Green Bay still leads 7-3. Pittsburgh goes down, gets a 50-yard field goal. There were no explosives, if I remember correctly. It might have been one in there somewhere, but Pittsburgh gets a 50-yard field goal, so now it's 7-6. Pittsburgh gets the ball back again, 48-yard field goal. Now they lead 9-7. Keyshawn Nixon gets called for a pass interference. That was a 21-yard play. That was on third down. That was a crucial penalty. Again, Keyshawn had a rough day at the office. No two ways about it. Rodgers, 2-yard touchdown pass to Metcalf. That was on Keyshawn as well. Tough to defend that, though. Let's be honest. And then Green Bay missed a 44-yard field goal, so it's still Pittsburgh leading 16-7. All right, so now let's pick up third quarter, 12:40 left, and Pittsburgh's leading 16-7. This is a 3rd and 5 play. Guys, this is the most important play of the day, and it's not even close, okay? This is Love to Kraft for 59 yards. This is the play that should not have happened, to be honest with you. And this is what I mean by sometimes you catch a break, sometimes you don't catch a break, right? Any given Sunday, anything can happen. This should have been an interception, and it's not because Jordan made a bad decision. I think he was trying to get the ball out of bounds and just, hey, look, this is a busted play. Let's just sell it over Tucker because he didn't like the leverage they were playing with underneath. However, pressure gets to him, hits him, and the ball comes up like a duck. Let's talk about the play call. We're going 12 gun, bunch nasty X, strong right, X out, switch 56, Z spot, T safe. All right. So the play design is real simple. When we talk 12, one running back, this is actually 11, ain't it, Emilio? I didn't change it. Yeah, so we actually got 11. See, there's a mistake. So let me just fix that right there. Look at that. 11 gun, bunch nasty X. What bunch nasty X means, bunch formation. The X receiver is always on the line of scrimmage, opposite the tight end. So he's in a nasty split. So you could call it nasty bunch X. You could call it bunch nasty X. I've always heard it called bunch nasty X. We're going to go strong right. Tight end's on that side of the field. It's a strong side of the formation. Here's the play call. The X is going to kind of run it out. He tries to get inside leverage and then work out. Switch 56 is real simple. They're going to switch at the line of scrimmage. So the Y is going to run an out route here, okay? And I believe, if I remember correctly, yes, so Savion is actually playing the F position. So he's going to kind of work out and bring a dig in, all right? And then, of course, the Z is Matthew Golden on this particular play. Christian Watson's not on the field. So what did we say leading up all week long? When Christian Watson's not on the field, put Matthew Golden in the Z. I want to see Savion in the F or the slot position, right? That's what you're seeing here, is Savion is in the F. So you get the Z spot route, which is essentially, it's a lot like a slurl. Matthew Golden's just going to kind of get under here and sit down in space, okay?
Slurl means slant and curl.
Yeah, we've always called it a slurl. I haven't heard many people up north call it a slurl, but we always call it a slant curl, a slurl, okay? And some people just call it a spot route. So it is what it is, whatever you feel comfortable calling there. So again, 12 gun, bunch nasty X, strong right, X out, switch 56, Z spot. T safe means the running back is going to stay in and block right here. Okay, so now Jordan's going to look to get the ball. He's going to drop back. He doesn't like what he sees. I think he's trying to fire it over the out's head, out of bounds, is what I think's going on. You guys tell me what you see here, okay? You're going to see pressure up the middle. Josh Jacobs just tries to die a slow death here from Queen. Unfortunately, it happens pretty quick. So right here, Jordan's surveying the field. He doesn't like anything he sees. Why? We know this is going to end up being an out route. Well, guess what? You got outside leverage, right? Savion is going to be looking to work the dig. That's probably your best option, but he sees the safety lurking, which means this guy could slam down at any moment, right? So now you're looking at Tucker to run the out. You like him beating this guy. However, he's playing outside leverage as well. They're trying to funnel everything to the middle of the field with the post safety. The only thing you could probably done is hammered before he sits down Matthew Golden here real quick, but Queen's closing in too. So let's watch Jordan throw this pass. So you see right here, he hesitates, but the hand's in his face. So now I think he's just trying to get this ball out of bounds. You guys tell me what you see.
He's a grown-ass man now. And
he is a grown-ass man, Coach. So he's trying to get it out of bounds. Now Tucker has a little bit of leverage. So I think Jordan's just going, let me just miss way out here. If Tucker gets it, awesome. But unfortunately, he gets hit. The ball goes up in the air. Look at Tucker.
Yeah, that's Tuck Norris making a play right there.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely. I agree with that. Now that I've seen this back for the 11th or 12th time, I think he's trying to dirt it. I think he's trying to get rid of that ball.
What do you think, Emilio? Are you seeing the same thing, man, or do you see it different?
I don't know. I think he really wanted to hit. Yeah, no, with the double clutch. I think he was probably going to try to hit Tuck there, and because it did come out with a little bit of mustard, and then it started just sort of floating.
Maybe that whole miss long instead of short, but he got hit as he threw.
Yeah, exactly, and. Nobody else was there. You had cover. They were sitting in cover one man a lot. They brought a blitz on that cover one man. Everybody was manned up. You only had the post over the top, and you got to give your guy a chance.
Which, by the way, I think we got our first screen grab of the night. Guys, get ready. I need somebody to
screen grab that stiff arm. Right.
I'm gonna wait.
Get off me, little boy.
I actually like it right here. That's the one I like. Looks like somebody chasing their uncle in the turkey bowl. Lately, this guy. Tucker's looking at him too, so yeah, that's a good spot. Let's just do that.
Tim Bates said snowplows in Green Bay need a number 85 decal on them. You think we can get that taken care of for them?
Yes, I'm a Green Bay resident. I will start the petition.
Good deal.
Petition the local government. All snowplows shall have 85 on them.
I love it.
Somebody screen grab that for me. We need this. All right. We need these two knuckleheads looking like they don't know whether to crap or go blind, so they close them one eye.
And look at what's that on the sideline right there? Number 8 saying, "Oh my God!" All I had was Bubba Franks.
Yeah. Unbelievable right here. Look at this guy. Got a front row seat to this slaughter right here. Oh, look at that. It might be the better one actually. Let's go with that one.
There we go.
That was beautiful. Look at my man.
Like, are you kidding me? We can't even tackle this, man. I'm about to go out there and do it.
Why is he taking a nap? Man, we're in the middle of a football game. What's he doing?
That looks like my cat when he's playing with a string. He's got both hands up, kind of like just gnawing at it.
All right, so let's get to the after Tucker finishes embarrassing it. And by the way, that leg injury was nasty.
Yeah.
All right, so watch it this time, Emilio. See what you see here, man. Watch the pressure. Okay.
Coffee house.
Yeah. Look right here. Like right there, you probably just need to take that sack, right?
Hey, but look at how much he stood in there, dude. I mean, he threw that off his back foot. That's all arm strength right there.
I was going to say that's arm and wrist.
No leverage. It was everybody was man up. Jacobs was man up. Every O-lineman was manned up, and
so
that's that wall we were talking about. I'm glad we built it, man.
You could see the ball too, like it's a dead duck, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's
oh yeah.
So I just have a hard time believing that that's where he was looking to put.
But this is our rebuttal to what happened to Keyshawn. This dude was in Kraft's hip pocket the whole time. What happened to Keyshawn on cover one man when he got twist turned around? This dude just lost track of him. Tucker catches the easiest, softest pass he's probably ever going to catch in his career and just takes off with it.
That's a good point.
Looking at this again, I don't know, man. Maybe this is more of that AR-12 school of quarterbacking where I see the nameplate, I'm humming the tater.
Just chucking it up there, right?
Yep.
And I honestly love that AR was just sitting on the sideline all by himself and watched the entire thing happen and watched the dude. Like, look at him in the top right corner. You'll see him once it starts panning over right there. No way. He's standing right there, his hands on his hips in the white. Are you kidding me?
He said, I taught him that.
Miraculous officiating by ignoring the little subtle push off by Tuck Norris there. Also, I love it.
All right, there you go. So again, I would love to get on here and blow smoke up everybody's rear end and go, what a great play. It's a little scary for me. I guarantee you Matt LaFleur didn't go in the meeting room and going, boys, let's run that one again. You know what I mean? So
you think God never farted?
Well, that's like what happened on that Lions play, right? What was it, last year when he threw that up right at half and they take it back, pick six, whatever? We got the opposite of that this time.
Yep.
Gray Matter said, Clayton, your screen grab is sent. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you doing the Lord's work out here. All right. Next play, third quarter, 8:48 left. Pittsburgh's leading 16-7, second and goal. And this is Jordan Love to Savion Williams for the 8-yard touchdown. Savion's first of many career touchdown catches. All right. This play call, once again, Matt LaFleur in his bag. We're going to go 12 gun empty, bunch load left, F orbit swing screen with a little X peak here, a little slant, a little peak right here. Okay. We'll talk about what all this means. So 12 gun empty. You got one running back, one tight end, bunch load left. When you hear me say load left out of an empty set, it means both the tight end and the running back are on the same side of the formation. Okay. So bunch load left. Again, the T is the 1 and the Y is the 3 right here. Okay. So I think that might be Tucker. It may be Fitzpatrick too. It's hard to tell with the numbers, but we're going to go F orbit swing screen. Now, once again, we talked about Savion playing a little more F. Here he is in the F. Okay. So you got the tight end side. What's crazy is I guess Matthew Golden is technically the Z, although typically it's the most wide receiver, right? And off the line of scrimmage on the tight end side. So what you've got is Romeo's playing the X on the line of scrimmage opposite the tight end. So that makes Savion the F receiver once again. What he's going to do with orbit, what F orbit means is he's going to go around, he's going to orbit around the quarterback, okay? And these guys are going to set up for blocking on a screen pass. So essentially what you've got is the F orbit swing screen. This is really, really popular in college football right now.
Yes.
X peak is really cool. The X receiver Romeo is going to run a little slant, and what he's going to get is just a little peak. Jordan can throw that if he wants to, but you got to get that ball out so quick before these guys get their hands on one of these DBs, or else it's offensive pass interference. If they're 1 yard down the line of scrimmage and they're making contact with the DB and the ball's in the air, offensive pass interference. So he knows if you fire this, it's got to come out really, really hot. But instead, he's just going to let it develop. Look at what the hat count's going to be. Once Savion motions over here, look at the hat count. 1, 2 is all you've got on 3 right now. These guys are starting to creep over. You see Patrick McQueen a little late to the party. Let's watch him come over. All right, now the hat count looks a little bit better. So you've actually got box. You know how we say box all the time? You got 4 defenders here, right? Covering 3 receivers.
3 guys.
All box, right?
You see Jordan's head on a swivel, right? No hesitation. Come on over here.
Yep. Eyeballing that Peyton Wilson or whatever right there on the 5. That's who he's looking at for the peak. If it's not there, I'm hitting that swing all day. And coming out of a nasty set as well. 12 gun empty, nasty. Everybody's within the numbers, super tight on the far right hash. Let's use it as wide of the field as we can to get that swing out there.
And you feel good about Rome on an island by himself, even with a little safety help. Yep. Even though the safety's drawn over, right? Now you got one-on-one with Rome if you can even get there.
And this is called pick a side, essentially. What Jordan's going to do is if somebody follows Savion over, he knows he's got man coverage, hammer Romeo on the slant. It's real simple. Watch nobody follow Savion, right?
Yeah,
so we know it's
shifts just a little. He just getting to center.
So now Jordan knows if I try to hammer this slant, he's got outside leverage, yes, but this safety is lurking, right? So instead, since nobody followed Savion, let's just kick this thing out here real quick. Decision's already made. So he's going to fire that swing out. Guy shoots inside. Now look at the hat count, boys. You got 3 on 3, and number 4 is just too late to the party. Look at the blocking here too. Look at that. Just kind of double that guy up.
That duo right there, 7 yards down the field.
Yes, sir. Look at Matthew Golden getting a hand on him, a little double team block. Savion was not going to be denied. This is a beautiful view right here. So Jordan sends him in motion. You see the lurker there in the middle. You got to be careful. All right, let's just fire that thing out there. And it's all about leverage. It's all about leverage. Matt LaFleur, just like he created leverage with the Tucker Kraft play, create leverage with the swing screen there. That makes
Great
sense.
job by the rookie receiver to trust that leverage and not try and cut it back. Just take that leverage right to the boundary, right to the pylon. Put
hesitation
on the board. Yep, love it.
Beautiful play.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I like how Fitzpatrick just let Ramsey kind of slip right by him too. Like he was already blitzing on himself. Okay, I'm going to try to block you. Nope, never mind. I'm just going to get upfield. Everybody was just a half a second late, and that's all it took.
Yeah. So after that touchdown, Pittsburgh still leads 16-7. They would go down and get a field goal. So now it's Pittsburgh 19, Green Bay 14. Third quarter, 35 seconds left. Pittsburgh leading 19-14. 3rd and 7 at Pittsburgh's at Pittsburgh's 40-yard line. This is Love to Christian Watson for 33 yards. All right, let's talk about the play. We've got I'm sorry for the clearing of the throat, guys. I really apologize. 12 gun, Trey Wright, Z check to post. That's what we were talking about with the check, right? Z check to post, X out, F dig and go. Haven't seen this one in a while. A little dig and go route. I think the check was checking Christian to the post and checking Matthew Golden to the dig and go, okay? And then we're going to go Y leak, which is a spot route, and then you got T safe, all right? So what all that means is Trey Wright. So you start in a Trey Wright look, right? 3 to the right, one of which is a tight end that makes it Trey instead of trips. We're going to go Z check the post. So watch Jordan sees him, touches his helmet, right? So he gives Christian the sign. And now what we're going to do, this is the play call. Once he checks, you're going to have a post from Christian here, okay, essentially. You're going to kind of get inside leverage and run a post. You're going to go X out. So the X, once again, even though they're showing inside leverage, he's going to try to work it out and give Jordan an out route there from Romeo Doubs, okay? And then with the F, it's going to be a dig and go. So he's going to get in here and try to turn it up, okay? That makes sense? So you can see how I think it started off as a slot cross, and they probably had a check they went to early in the week and said, listen, if we get a specific look, we're going to check to this. We want the number 2, which is Matthew Golden. We want you to run a dig and go, okay? And then, of course, or the digging up, whatever you want to call it. And Christian, you just turn this thing into kind of a skinny post for us, right? Instead of a slot cross concept. And, of course, with the Y, he's going to leak out, just going to chip block, and then he's going to run a little spot route, which I think he's just going to get in here and sit down, give an option underneath, a little safety valve. And the T is just going to stay safe. He's just going to stay in and block, so you got a 6-man protection. 7 plus the chip, or 6 plus the chip, I should say.
You can't see it here on the tape, but Jordan saw that single high, and he was going like this. Let me cook. Let me cook.
Exactly. All right, so let's watch it here. So watch Matthew Golden. See how it looks like a dig? Now look at Christian. He's already starting to throw the hand up. Now, Remember what we said, how when you're running these over the middle, they're starting to draw attention now to Matthew Golden. Notice that safety. He just leaves all that space wide open, right? So he just goes and tries to clamp down. This is what was happening with Jayden Reed last year. People said Jayden Reed sucked in the second half. Defenses started to clamp down on those climbs, those crossers, those digs on Jayden Reed, and we're opening things up down the field. We were just missing Christian Watson down the stretch in the playoffs, right? And plus, Jayden Reed got banged up down the stretch too. So you'll see Matthew Golden turns it up, right? Now look at it. It's almost like he's pressing into the safety. The safety's already committed.
Yeah.
Look at all this space out here, boys, right? Now, Jordan, however, these guys don't know. They probably know now. Jordan, watch Jordan on the protection here. Jordan sets, sees the safety. He's got to roll right and just kind of fire that thing up there. And Christian Watson, look at that right there, boys.
Yeah, that's the ball in the bucket. Remember the net drills during family night? That's what that is right there.
Can't throw it in the bucket. The only thing I wish he would have done different is set his feet, trust what he was seeing with this safety, and just put that thing out here for Christian to run. Right? It's the only thing he could have done different. But again, ball snap, didn't like his first look, rolled right because he had plenty of room to roll right, and still put it, just in a perfect spot there. What a beautiful throw and catch, man.
Scoot ran a great route, but the more I look at this play, man, that was MG right there, selling that all day. You
see Jordan looking at Christian Watson, right? And watch him right there.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's the difference. The 2 fingers alert versus the can. Love it.
So he looks left, comes back right here. So that's why he rolled, right? So he did make the right decision, right, Emilio? Look at this press breaking through.
Yeah. And I'm just happy with Josh Jacobs sifting across, finding that. I'm not asking you to stay there and block for 5 seconds, right? You get in there and you stick your nose in there, get a piece of Peyton Wilson. Jordan's going to make enough time. That was for him being off schedule, not way outside the pocket, that was a pretty decent wall they kind of built up there by 2 or 3 seconds in, right? He had everything to the right, wide open to do basically whatever he needed to.
Yeah. Hey, wait, freeze it there again. Right. One more, Clay. One right there. Freeze it. You thought that was silly body. That silly body right there, rolling right. This is a healthy rolling right throw.
I mean, he's off the ground. That was all arm and upper. That's the second time all arm and upper body. That's just on this chalk dog.
Yeah. Yep. And Coach Lynn said, I think he said he would rather see the what do you say? Even if it's skinny, I just like Yankee posting a dig. Completely agree, Coach. I wouldn't have thrown the digging up, right? So, yeah. But it is what it is. I almost wonder here. I wanted to roll it back. When he's coming on the dig, maybe Matthew Golden thinks scramble drill right here.
Yes, I was just going to say that because I think that's exactly what it was. It was wide open on that dig with that safety coming down. Jordan loves that look, and I think that's why he wanted to throw that deep ball to Christian. And Matthew just said, "Oh, I got to loop around here and get peel back to the right here for my QB." Yep.
And I honestly think this is a mistake by Matthew Golden. He's got to know. When Jordan checked to the post, right, he's got to know now I'm running a defender right into Christian Watson, right? So it is actually a mistake. If he keeps walking across on that dig, that safety stays at home, and he's not flat-footed here and getting closer to making a play on the post. That makes sense. So that's probably what happened. Scramble drill, rookie mistake. But, again, just a perfect throw. Look at that, boys. That's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
And a great grab by Scoop, man.
Oh, yeah, dude. He
not bad for a guy who hasn't played football in almost a year, right?
Exactly. All right, so that would lead to the Josh Jacobs 3-yard touchdown run. Green Bay now leads 22-19. All right, let's fast forward. Fourth quarter, 14:47 left. Green Bay leading 22-19. First and 10 at their own 23-yard line. This is a first down sack by Micah Parsons. The play call is really interesting here, and I may have it wrong. You guys tell me what you see. I'm seeing a 4-3 jam, all right? 4-3 jam, 20 spur, cover 3 spot drop. What does that mean? Javon Bullard is playing safety on this play, and he's playing spur safety. So what you're going to end up seeing is a cover 3, and this is all spot drop. Everybody's dropping out. This is just straight zone coverage, right? Everybody underneath is going to be the same thing. Now, when we say a jam front, it's you've got a 5-man front, right? Typically a jam, all 3 are inside the tackles. I like to refer to a jam when you got 3 that are kind of covering the tackles, and then you got 2 edges outside of that. However, this one edge over here is actually Isaiah McDuffie. So that's why you got a 4-3 jam. Now, if you want to call it an under, because I do think this would be the strong side of the formation, they motioned that guy over, which makes him the U. So you could say this is a 4-3 under look, where you're playing under the strong side of the formation. But in all honesty, it's a balanced look at this point once they motion over, right? So there's really no true strong side of the formation. They're in the middle of the field too, so you can't say field side would be strong side by default. But nonetheless, cover 3 spot drop, boys. Again, the 45-yard game we gave up, cover 1 man, right? The sack earlier was cover 6 match. So it was cover 6 zone match, right? Now you got a true spot drop coverage here. And watch the hesitation by Aaron. Play fake. Look at all these defenders, guys. This is why I love
Walker, man. Great work. Great work.
This is why I love zone coverage. Watch Aaron. Where's Aaron going with the football here, boys? You can get it out quick here or here, check it down. But again, it's a first down play, so it's like, hey, let's see if we can come up with something down the field. When you trigger the Packers 4-3 base, you're looking to hit a shot play on it, right? Is essentially what you're looking to do. So you're looking to get down the field, right? Now, could he have gotten rid of it here and fired across the middle? Possibly, but that's a lot of bodies. And you know Aaron's whole rule of thumb that Tom Clements taught him forever was nothing
laid over the middle. No.
Bingo. And again, look how deep Xavier McKinney is.
Keyshawn's only about a step behind him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Keyshawn can come in and make a play late.
That is called coverage sack. And again, it's nothing sexy. It ain't an exotic blitz. It's not press man that most of the fans want. I love how when they motion him over too, they kind of even up here with the front. And let's watch Micah eat. Micah's right here, guys. Watch him work. He beats a triple team, if I remember correctly, on this play. So watch the tight end and the tackle. Get out of here, little boy. get out of here, little boy, and he's going to beat the guard.
Oh, and he beats the hold too.
Yep. So Micah, man, dog, beating the triple team. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Again,
I love how Hafley's defense is not fooled by that play action at all. At all.
And you know why, Tim? Because your eyes aren't on your work. You're not too worried about the man coverage. Because if you're in man and Jordan Reed's or Aaron Reed's man, most of the time, if it's a good down and distance, he's going to check to a run, right? Because you know you're more vulnerable in man against the run, right? Mm-hmm. So in that case, the fact that you're in zone, everybody's eyes are on the football. You're not looking to get kind of, okay, I got to keep a half an eye and play that fisheye technique through my man coverage to see if they're actually running. I just love zone, man. I love it.
Yep. So. Spot drop too. I mean, because then you get Quay and Coop still backpedaling, pushing that dig deeper, but also eyes on Rodgers the whole time, keeping a look at it.
Definitely. All right, next play, fourth quarter, 10:57 left. Green Bay leads 22-19. It's a 3rd and 4 play at Pittsburgh's 24-yard line. This is Jordan Love to Tucker Kraft for the 24-yard touchdown throw and catch. All right, we're going 11 gun, bunch nasty X, strong right, Z shift to dubs, switch pivot 7, Y angle F corner. Okay, so let's watch the motion take place. So now you're going from the bunch nasty X look. You're bringing Christian over, which, by the way, is worth mentioning. In this particular rep, you actually have Romeo playing the F, right? And you got our boy Matthew Golden playing X. So you're seeing Matthew Golden mix and match a little bit into the X position. When they shift over, now you got a dubs look, right? So the Z shifts to dubs. Mm-hmm. And we're going to go switch pivot 7, okay? So the way this is going to work, these guys are going to switch down here, all right? And you're going to have a pivot route with a 7 route. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it goes like this with the corner, okay, and then with the pivot, it's going to be they're gonna kind of switch at the line, and Scoot's going to pivot back in. Okay, That's essentially what's going to happen. That's a switch pivot 7. The 7 is just it's a corner route. You're going to be running a corner route there with Matthew Golden. We're going to go Y angle. Somebody called this a return route.
Texas.
I've always called it,
a Texas.
Yeah, some people call it Texas. Some people call it a return route. I've always called it an angle. When you go like it looks like a shoot route, and then you just put back in, I've always called it angle. But yeah, Texas, the old West Coast terminology with Mike Holmgren, they would run those split back sets, and they would run these Texas routes out of it.
Those are also mean in college football, Clay. Get that linebacker, getting a step too far.
Absolutely. So I've always heard it called, if it's out of the backfield, it's Texas. Okay. If it's from the line of scrimmage, it's an angle. But I've also heard people say out of the backfield, they've called them angle routes. I try to mix and match and call them both, to be honest with you, just so you get a good, again, everybody's lingo is a little bit different. And then we're going to go F corner here. So the F, Romeo Dobbs, is going to run a corner route, all right? And the T, I'm not sure what the T does here. I don't have it listed. He may stay safe. He may swing out. But again, the play call, 11 gun, bunch nasty X, strong right, Z shift to dubs, switch pivot 7, Y angle, F corner. And you guys know what happens here. We're going to Tucker Kraft underneath. Watch this matchup right here. Just key in on these two right here, okay? And again, man coverage is what got this defense cooked all day long.
Yeah.
Watch Tucker start outside and watch that guy that's covering him. Bounces out. Look at that separate. You kidding me, dude? So now
out by Rome.
Yeah, I was just going to say, great work by Rome to just run across his face right there and just take him out of the play.
And watch the safety. He's streaking. He knows, oh, crap, probably going to be a deep route over here. Let me get over and help with Romeo Dobbs, right? And look at all this space you got here over the middle of the field, man.
And look at Jordan right now.
Ball's already out, right, Tim?
Yeah, or he was already poised to step in and rip that one right there. Bam. Top of the drop, release, right on the money. I love it.
Yeah, look at Christian celebrating. He knew it right off the bat, too.
So unselfish for Rome to run that route like that, too.
Yeah,
over the top of Tucker's man and in front of his man, then pop it out. And I'm pretty sure he just turned around right away. I think he realized how open Tuck was going to be.
He knew it. It's how you run a pick without running a pick, right?
And Jordan knew we had man. Once you move Christian in motion, that's over.
Yep. Now you got man coverage. Hammer that thing in there. Good luck covering Tucker on that angle, Texas, whatever you
man
want to call
coverage and bringing a blitz. You're asking a lot there. You're asking a lot.
Absolutely. All right, so now we're off to the races, right? Fourth quarter, 9:45 left. Green Bay leads 29-19. This is a 3rd and 17 play from their own 18-yard line. And this is the Rashawn Gary sack. And surprise, surprise, boys, it's zone coverage again. All right. So we're going nickel 3-3-5 Joker 1. All right. I think it is actually a cheetah package. I just didn't put it in there. I forgot. So you got another cheetah Joker 1. We're going TE left. All right. So essentially with the TE left, Carl Brooks is going to blast out here. And then you're going to have Rashawn Gary work back inside, right? Just like we did earlier today or earlier in this game. So nickel 3-3-5 Joker 1. The Joker, of course, is number 1, Micah Parsons, playing that stand-up backer in the 3-3-5. And we're going to go Tampa 2 here. The Tampa 2, it's going to be Quay covering the seam, okay? So with Tampa 2, you're typically looking to match the 3. If the 3 goes vert, you cover the seam. If the 2 goes vert, sometimes there's 2 different calls. Well, there's multiple calls. But sometimes this guy will carry and Quay will just lurk, right? Or Quay will pick him up and this guy will lurk underneath, right? So what Quay's looking to do is he's going deep third, deep half here, right? So again, nickel 3-3-5, Joker 1, TE left, Tampa 2 with the Tampa 2 backer being Quay. Let's watch it unfold here. Watch the coverage. So look what Quay's looking at here, right? So Quay's watching. The 3 didn't go vert. The 2 does, so he's picking him up. See it? So now
he's watching Aaron too, which is amazing. He's watching 2 things at one time. I love it.
Yep. And again, look at the coverage, man. Look at the leverage you got everywhere across the field. Is this DK right here, Emilio? Kind of hard to tell.
Yes,
that's DK.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, you know how we've been bracket. You notice every play that we've shown, Xavier McKinney is on DK's side of the formation.
Over the top.
Yep, it's like they bracket covered him with it. You know, we talk about if there's 2 receivers, you play triangle. If there's 3 receivers, you play box. In this case, there's really just 1, and you're playing triangle. Look at that. Look at that coverage around DK, boys.
I love it.
And you know, Aaron's just looking to hit him. He's like, oh, mighty. So he's already trying to scramble, right?
Right. And all he's got at best is 2 checkdowns here.
You check them down, and you're 10 yards, 8 yards.
Still not getting there.
It's 3rd and 18. So,
So Aaron's just going to try to make something happen, right? And of course, Gary, this is just unbelievable. I love this sack right here.
And the fact that they're still trying to go to empty chips just to try to control a 4-man pass rush with only 3 down. Again, you're holding way too many hands up for the amount of guys on the line of scrimmage. That's why Clay, I live in 3-3-5 in college football, man. You get 3, you get them, you double team here and there. You get a backer through a gap, and Micah can go anywhere he wants. I think Hafley's going to start leaning into that as the season goes on.
So let's watch Aaron's stripe here. See him look right? He's looking at DK, and he goes, there's 3 damn bodies over there, right? So watch him. Now it's okay. Here comes Micah. Micah washes out. So Aaron thinks, I got to get upfield. All right, let me get up. Let me step up in the pocket. Look who's looping back around right here, boys, right? Now watch Gary. Gary's being double-teamed here. Watch Gary. This is great. It's just a hell of a performance, boys.
And you got to have that. Rashawn's got to make that play there, because if Aaron does step up, chances are maybe he does hit that check down, and now you're looking at 4th and short or something. You extend the drive potentially. Rashawn gets home, and the rest is history. Yeah, definitely a coverage sack for sure.
Like exactly, Tim, because this or that sack compared to last year where we would have been 5 or 6 dudes at the line, a couple of them drop. No, dude, everybody was 10 yards off the line of scrimmage, already halfway into their zone, and all Quay had to do was carry up 15 yards up the field. We just brought 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what took it away. You talk about looking at the stripe. That's Quay took that away from Rodgers.
Yep.
And we know Rodgers can make that throw.
That was on Sorrell a little bit too. Like you said, Clay forced him up and in just because you kept contained. Even though it's Rodgers, you still got to keep gap integrity a little bit.
Absolutely. You got to, man. Because he's looking to create those 2nd and 3rd windows to throw, right? It's not so much of him just tucking it and running, obviously, but yeah. All right, next play, 4th quarter. Hey, we just got 3 left, guys. We're almost done. 4th quarter, 8:56 left. Green Bay's leading 29-19. 1st and 10 from your own 44-yard line. This is love to Christian Watson. The play call, 12-ace nasty Trey Wright. Okay, so again, 2 tight ends. There's your 1 running back, your Trey Wright. Now, we're going to shift to Z wing, Emilio. Look at our boy in the wing. See
Come
him?
on
Christian.
now.
So he put Christian in the wing.
Been asking for that.
Now the play call is 22 fake counter. What is counter? Counter is going to be, watch the footwork of Josh Jacobs. He's going to jab step left, and then that's a counter run is what that is, okay? So he's going to fake to the right A gap. So he's going 22 fake counter, and look what we got again, strike concept, okay? Yep. So it's going to be a go, Matthew Golden, stretching the defense out again, and then you're going to have a climb route from Christian. So when we put Christian in the Z, Emilio, what happens most of the time? He blocks, right? Because he can block, as Tim has said.
He can block. I've been trying to say that.
So check out this play design by Matt LaFleur. You get the counter fake, right? And you're going all safe here too. So what that means is tight end staying in and blocking, tight end staying in and blocking. The T is going to end up leaking out right here off of the fake. Yep. So you get it underneath if you need it, right? But everybody's pretty much staying safe here. So it's almost like a max protect call, like a hybrid max protect.
And what do we have again from Pittsburgh? We got single high, we got a loaded box, we got Josh Jacobs on the field.
Exactly. Looking at it right now, Tim, we either got cover 1 or cover 3. Let's see what happens.
Yep.
And what's crazy is Christian Watson usually blocks, right? He's going to go in between the tight ends, if I remember correctly.
Love it. Yes, he does.
Looks like he's getting to the next level. Instead, guess what he's doing?
That's what Puka, or that's what McVay was doing with Puka, I'm pretty sure, last year and into this year as well. Just because you lose them, it's just kind of like that old the old tight end shallow cross vert, where he's kind of leaking across underneath. You lose him, and then he's out the backside. That's I just love that we're able to use Christian like that, man. So happy he's back.
Watch the counter footwork on Josh Jacobs. See a jab, and now we're coming back. Jordan turning. So you get look at the defense. Look at everybody.
Would you call that a misdirection, Clay, because there's no pulling, or would you still call it a counter?
See, I've always heard it called counter footwork.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Misdirection is probably the proper term, but we never said misdirection footwork. It was always counter footwork.
Yep.
Right. So, yeah, you're right. With a counter, typically you've got a backside puller, right? And misdirection, correct me if I'm wrong, misdirection is usually everybody's just straight blocking, right? And it's just misdirection footwork. So
Coach says that they call this play traffic.
There you go. It's beautiful, man, with the strike concept, dude. Again, stretching it out. And look at Christian. Christian looks like he's blocking, does he not? Look at this guy.
Oh, yeah. He's in there. He's in the scrum. Look at Peyton wants to get right in there. Oh, boy.
Look at where everybody's at, guys. I mean, they're just.
I was going to say, is that Patrick Queen again? Biting down hard.
Mm-hmm. And look, you got 3 deep, right? Deep. And guess what's going to happen? You got all these guys to bite right here on the play fake.
Look at this.
Look at the middle of the field.
Okay, Madden.
And then you do this, right? Then you go here, you go nose, right? And you get the face. And you gotta put a lung dart in there, a little smoke rolling off of it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, watch Christian. Look at Queen. Queen don't even know who the hell he's covering. He's just going, I gotta get back. I gotta get back. And watch him cut underneath. It's over. Bang. Christian, good possession catch. Protect the football. Great play, man.
Oh, man.
Matt LaFleur was in his bag, boys.
I was going to say, shout out Tupac LaFleur on that one, man.
Watch 55 when Christian slips through. I honestly think he tried to throw a left arm out there to stop him, and he realized that he said, oh, no.
That's exactly what that's the oh, no train. Look at everybody. He's like, oh, crap, guys, we're in trouble.
I'm going to go cover the flat over here. That was my job anyway. I'm not even supposed to be over here.
Queen's going, the hell am I supposed to be looking for?
Look behind you, dummy.
Right. Awesome. Look, then he gets back and goes, oh, no, there's mama, there's that man. He points.
Look, and roasts him in a stride and a half. He's already roasted.
Tim had him when he turned around, and he literally goes, no, as Christian's running by him.
Let's go super slow motion, 25%. Watch Queen, guys. Watch Queen. Everybody focus right here. He gets that head around and goes, oh, crap, that's number 9. Somebody help me.
Did you notice Jordan's already – that ball is about to come off the fingertips. I love it.
And how easy is it to hit your man when the dude's back is to you and he's trying to run back to even figure out where he's supposed to be at? Well, what was this again? Under center play action because the mesh point's delayed and 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage?
That's the whole point. That's Matt LaFleur making it easy on Jay Money in the offense with the play calls, man. That's a scheme right there, making it easy on your QB1.
I'm glad we saw Queen do that, man. That broke me up.
It's hilarious, dude. That's the first time I seen it too. I didn't notice it on the tape first time through. So that's an explosive play, triples your chances of scoring on that drive. That would go on to be a field goal. So Green Bay now leads 32-19. Now we're fourth quarter, 5:17 left. Green Bay leading 32-19, second and 10 from their own 23-yard line. Let's just put the dagger in their heart right here. This is the Edgerrin Cooper forced fumble. Okay, so we're going nickel 4-2-5 shell. Notice the shell coverage. Why are we playing so far off the line of scrimmage? Why are we playing soft? Oh, I don't know, because you got a huge lead and the clock is now your opponent, right? Don't care what the stats look like. Don't care where we rank defensively. The goal now, remember what we say, first quarter, gather information. Second and third quarter is adjusting and controlling the middle late. Fourth quarter, standalone game. You're going into this drive leading 32-19. It's a whole different ball game, boys. We're just going to play some shell and drop back, right? The call, though, is Tampa 2, and I want you guys to watch this. The 3 is going to go to the flat. So remember what we talked about with the Tampa 2. So remember, we've shown Quay the entire time covering the seam, okay? So this time you're going to notice he's watching the 3. When the ball's snapped, if the 3 goes to the flat on this play, what Quay's going to do is what we call poach, okay? He's going to poach the middle of the field. So he's not going to drive down the deep third, right? These guys are still in their Tampa 2 looks, right? They're still Tampa 2 out here. Instead, as soon as he sees the 3 go to the flat, there's no immediate threat here. What he's going to do is kind of sit a little bit deeper, but he's got eyes looking back down, right? I just want to point that out. 3 goes to the flat. That means Quay's going to poach. See him poach? He feels good about it. The 2's going vert. He's not even worried about it. He was only worried about the 3. Okay. Yep. So again, the ball comes out. This is what you want to see in this play call. Yes, it's Tampa 2, but look at this wall that they've got to get through, right, to get to the first down marker. And again, this was a second and 10 play. So keep everything in front of you. They could possibly pick the first down up here underneath. That's fine, but we're not going to let them hit us over the top. There's probably some match principles here involved too. So if everybody did go all go, you'd probably seen the guys match up and almost look like a man coverage play deep. But again, Cooper though, man, just getting that hand on the ball. Ball King going to be happy this week, boys. We got us one. And by the way,
shout out to Clint in the chat. That's what he said. Ball King sighting right there, baby. Gotta love it.
Watch Bullard too right here. The ball's out, right? Watch Bullard. Get out of here, little boy. See him shove that guy out?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's scrappy, dude. He's one of the toughest pound players in the league, man. Really is.
Again, empty chip set. Like, I feel like that was their only offense that they felt comfortable with anything.
Yep.
So watch a nice little controlled rush. Gets the ball out. Now watch Coop. He knows he's got all kinds of help inside, right? So go to the outside shoulder, right?
Yep, and be aggressive with your hands.
Yeah. Now watch Bull. Now that you know to look for Bull, watch Bull come into the frame, hustling his ass off. Get out of here.
That's what we call man ball on the crosshair, Clay. Someone's got to go and dig out the man. Someone's got to go in there and get the ball.
Yeah. That's when you find out who really wants to win. By the way, shout out Cam Newton refusing to dive on a fumble in the Super Bowl. Idiot.
Dang.
Great job by Bullard, that little extra shove right before he recovers it.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Watch him attack this ball. Like he's literally like, it's like he's still playing defense. Get out of here, dude. Get the hell out of here. That's my ball.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, that should have been recovered by the receiver. And Bullard just took it away from him.
Yep. All right, last play. We're going to end it with a bang. Y'all ready for this? This is the most boring play on the highlight reel, by the way. This is just a little 12-yard run. You notice we haven't hit hardly any – I don't think we hit any runs, did we?
No.
So this is Emmanuel Wilson for 12 yards, okay? And I just wanted to point it out because it was an explosive run, and it would lead to a field goal that made it 35-19, okay? Again, explosive runs of 10 yards or more, passes of 20 yards or more. Most people just couple them into 15. I still go 10 and 20. And this is 12 ace nasty, strong right, 26 toss. This is real simple. It's just going to be a toss play, and he's looking to hit the 6 gap. That's what he's looking to do. So watch Emmanuel, and look at Savion on the outside, right? So you got Savion and Romeo in there. It kind of looks like a duo look, but it's a toss too, so it's kind of hard to tell, right? But you did get, if you'll notice here, as we look at it, right, you've got double, and you're going to see vertical power here, right? So you could call it a duo toss, but look at Tucker. Tucker sealing on the double team, sealing on the outside, and Emmanuel Wilson just hitting the gap for a nice little 12-yard gain. Nothing glamorous, but I just thought we'd show it because It was a pretty run. And
Let's
again,
hear it, Clay. Seal here, a seal here.
And run the play in the alley. So notice the front looks a lot different with Emmanuel Wilson in here. Remember with Josh Jacobs, they had all those extra bodies walked up on the line. Remember the counter fake we just showed, how many people were all up on the line?
Yep.
When you put Emmanuel Wilson in, this is why Emmanuel Wilson's stats look better than Josh Jacobs, in my opinion. You can notice it in real time on the TV copy. It's like they were playing them different, right? So that toss, first of all, just by it being a toss play, you just took him out of the play. There's no way he's making the play. Patrick Queen knows I got to get outside. Look at Tucker get out there on Queen, boys. That is freaking
great
awesome.
work by, is that Fitzpatrick on TJ Watt?
Looks like
Good
it.
work there too. Yep.
Tight ends blocking there. Look at Savion getting out there ready to dig somebody out too. Let's go. Look at him. Look at him.
Yeah.
Drive. I
wish Joey Porter Jr., he just blocked to the water cooler. Let's go.
That's right. So again, just wanted to point it out. Thought it was cool. 26 toss. Another explosive led to a field goal. That's it. My wife's going to kill me. We're an hour.
Doesn't matter. There is your dagger.
Amen. Amen. All right, guys. We are closing in on 2 hours, and I'm probably going to be homeless tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Tim, tell these fine folks about our charity that we're helping raise awareness for here, and let's get out of this joint, man.
OperationHorsesHeal.org/how can I help? You got a few days left to get your name in the hat for the autographed Romy Rome jersey. That's right. Every donation gets you entered in to the raffle to win an autographed Romeo Doubs jersey. Obviously, Operation Horses Heal does great things for our veterans, allowing active duty and veterans and their families experience some equine therapy, horse-assisted programs, self-guided journey for their own healing and wellness. Every donation is an entry to win that Romy Rome jersey. You got a few days left. We're going till Friday, and then we're going to pick a winner. So make sure you go to OperationHorsesHeal.org/how can I help, or scan that QR code in the upper right hand.
There you go. Again, OperationHorsesHeal.org. Go to my Twitter account at Packers_access. You'll see a tweet pinned at the top of the page. Click on it. It'll be Tim's original tweet. The link's right there for your convenience as well. If you can't donate anything, we completely understand, man. Completely understand. Help spread the word, man. It's a great cause, and obviously giving back to those who sacrifice so much for us and our freedom. All right. That's pretty much it. We'll end it here in the chat. Everybody seemed like they had a pretty good time. Sorry we went a little long, guys, but appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all so much. I know Bates says good stuff. Andy Watkins, awesome chalk talk. It was a fun one to break down for sure, man. Green Marbles, Clayton, you're the best. You guys rock. Appreciate you. Green Marbles, thank you so much for the support, man. Mr. Larry in the house. I hope I didn't curse too much, Larry. I apologize. When Larry's in here, I got to try to set him straight.
Yeah, absolutely. Get the clip on.
Yeah. Like Mandy says, stop being yourself and act normal. Okay, got it. He said, love the chalk talk. Saints guys, go Pack, go. Thank you, Larry. Appreciate you so much, buddy. So,
yeah, thank you, Mr. Larry. Mr. Larry donated to Operation Horses Heal. Appreciate
you.
Not surprised at all, man. He's
sir.
Man. So thank you all so much. We appreciate everything, the support. The latest numbers. Guys, we have 25,000 people watching on a regular basis. The problem is we're only at, 60? We're closing on 6,500 subs, I think. Listen, we're blessed to have them all, but there's so many people. These are returning viewers is what the numbers are showing. So people are coming back and watching the channel, but they're still not subbed, right? And you can do whatever you want. But when you hit that sub, what it does, along with the like button, it lets the algorithm know, hey, these guys aren't complete morons. At least two of them are. One is.
Right.
Right now. So, but anyway, it helps with the algorithm. So if you want to help the show out, it doesn't cost a dime. Smash that like, hit subscribe, and we appreciate everybody's support. We'll see you tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central for PTA Live. We're going to turn the page. Bob Seeger, shout out. And we're going to start to look into the upcoming matchup against the Carolina Panthers, which I'm going to go ahead and tell everybody, do not overlook the Panthers. They got some good parts on that team, but it's going to be awesome to be back at Lambeau. Is that a 1 o'clock kickoff, Tim?
1 Eastern, 12 o'clock Central, 1923 throwback game. Shout out to Buckets Goldenberg.
We need you to dress up
like a fan right here.
Boots on the ground. So it's going to be awesome, though, man, back at Lambeau.
Oh, yeah.
Daylight savings time, or, it goes into effect. So the shadow going to be a little bit further across the stadium for the 1 o'clock kickoff. Oh, it's going to be gorgeous, man.
Packers already changed the profile picture. It's game time.
Let's go, baby. We're going to party like it's 1923. Let's go.
Oh, man. And listen, if you go to the game, get the beer and the brat. You deserve it, okay?
Scared money don't make money.
All right, Coach. Get the beer and the brat. So make sure you get cheese curds, too. And the beer cheese.
Walking taco? How about that walking taco, Clay?
Walking taco's solid, but I'm just telling you right now, man, when I'm in Green Bay, I am eating cheese curds and I'm eating beer cheese soup and I'm drinking.
And you take the cheese curds and you dip them in the beer cheese soup just for the extra.
Cheese curds make my stomach hurt all the time, but I do eat them though.
I love it. Yeah, that helps. It helps with the heart health when you dip it in the beer cheese, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
For sure.
I put on like 8 pounds every time I go to Green Bay, man. Every time, dude. These people know how to drink and eat. It's unbelievable. So, all right. Appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll start to dive into the Panthers tape. Have a good night. Bye.
Here we go.
Nice.
Bye, guys.